Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, and that includes myself. This is Marlon here, and this is the national weather discussion for Saturday, October 11th, 2025. How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a good day, or hoping that you guys have better days ahead. For me, it's Saturday, and right now, all I can say is, folks, is that well, kind of depressing outside because of the weather. But overall, on my end, I would say not much has happened because I woke up a little late. But not really because of the stream, but because of something else. And regardless, that's a topic for something else. But we'll get to the weather just a moment. I just need to get something done quick. All right, okay. Now, let's. Oh yeah, and forgot to take care of some things. Just need one more thing to do. I know, folks. Not really professional of me to do this, but it's just something that I got to do on my part. Okay. 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 Yeah, just feeling a little tired though, because for some reason, I was about to do something right around the 1 o'clock hour, but then I ended up getting knocked out. Knocked out by what? Exhaustion. No one was there at the time, and I didn't fall or anything. But point is that I just felt very, very tired. So tired. But I'm alive. That's what counts. That's what counts. Okay. So what do we have here? We have 11 active weather alerts. No warnings for the storm-based ones. Although I would consider there are plenty of watches out there, but the main focus of this is the one that is all about warnings and such, or in some cases hurricane warnings, watches, and tropical storm watches too. There are two winter storm warnings in places which we're going to get to in a moment for high wind warnings, one dense fog advisory, and two air quality alerts, and two flood warnings. Let's go over the synoptic view of the country. We do have plenty of fronts and pressure centers all over the country. First off, we do have an area of high pressure surrounding New England, and although there is a cold front just to the north, but that's Canada's problem. We do have a dry line that's located around the coastal parts of the megalopolis, part of the northeast. Another area of high pressure just located in West Virginia, Virginia. There is an area of low pressure offshore from the southeast with a cold front that's sweeping through South Florida and a warm front offshore, an area of high pressure located throughout much of Texas, a stationary front that's sneaking through places like Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, and parts of Kentucky. And there is another stationary front that's briefly sneaking through Illinois and Indiana, but transition into cold front until it gets to northeastern Ohio, where it becomes an occluded front, where a low pressure center is located near Toronto and western New York State and western Pennsylvania. And we do have areas of low pressure located in eastern Colorado and areas of high pressure, but that is quite a contrast to what's going on right now in the southwest, which we're going to get to in a few minutes. We do have a cold front that's present throughout southern California, western Nevada, a stationary front that's located in northern Nevada, Idaho, Montana, and then becomes a cold front all the way to Canada. Areas of low pressure are located throughout the Pacific Northwest, an area of high pressure just located in Northern California, and plenty of high pressure centers that's all over the northern half of the Great Lakes region. Now let's take a look closely in the Northeast. Well, plenty of dry weather that's been going on throughout New England, but in the New York City area, all the way down to Philly and throughout parts of Washington, there have been some scattered showers all over the I 95 corridor, and another one just located in western New York, western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh spared, in Erie as well, but Buffalo, they're getting some showers right now. New Jersey, they're still getting some showers and clouds that are there, but luckily no thunderstorms at this moment. Though in West Virginia, it's quite quiet, and Western Virginia too. East Virginia on the coastal side and the Delmarva Peninsula, plenty of showers are there. And we go to the southeast, where there are plenty of showers and thunderstorms in the Carolinas, all because of this area of low pressure just sitting offshore. Then we do have a flood watch that's located on the western part of Daytona Beach. That's still a thing now. Tennessee is quite quiet. Alabama, Mississippi also quiet as well. Louisiana, Arkansas, much of Texas, just a few clouds on the western side. Maybe a few showers. But there are air quality alerts in and around the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the Houston-Galveston area. Oklahoma, mostly quiet. In the Ohio Valley as well, all quiet. In the far eastern part of lower Michigan, just a few clouds are still remaining, but just located outside of Detroit for the most part. Elsewhere throughout the Great Lakes, it's quiet. Minnesota, mostly quiet, just a few showers and clouds that are located throughout the Dakotas and all the way down to Nebraska and Iowa, though moving slowly to the east, bringing in a few clouds over to the 10,000 Lakes state and the Hawkeye state as well. Kansas and Missouri, not too bad, just a few clouds, maybe a few spotty showers here and there. In the northern Rockies, you do have plenty of wet weather to go around. In places like Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Montana, there are 3 zones with winter storm warnings that are in effect throughout those areas. Yet has to do with a system that's ranging from cold fronts to all occluded fronts in areas of low pressure dominating throughout the northwestern part of the country. We'll get back to that in just a moment. Spoiler alert for the Pacific Northwest. There are plenty of showers and a few storms throughout the coastal parts of the Pacific Northwest, across the Cascades in Washington State. More wet weather that's going to be all over places like Spokane and throughout Colville National Forest, Yakima, getting some clouds and showers passing by, Walla Walla, Kennewick. It's quite dry in eastern Oregon. Going down south, we have in Colorado plenty of wet weather, rolling into places like the western part of the state in Colorado, moving eastward towards places like Denver. Though Denver, there are clouds that are present just ahead of the system that's right there, moving into the city. Going down to the Four Corners region, you do have plenty of dry conditions after clouds have rolled in, but however, right now, it looks like as though just a few clouds are still passing through. Arizona, New Mexico, they have clouds and showers and some storms rolling to the northeast. As of right now, there is a flood warning from what it looks like just northeast of Phoenix, near Camp Verde, Arizona. New Mexico, on the western side for the most part, clouds and showers, maybe plenty of storms, just located on the right around places like Albuquerque and Santa Fe. California, it's mostly dry, even though despite some fronts and areas of low pressure, there is a dense fog advisory on the north side of the Bay Area of San Francisco, in places like Santa Rosa and Petaluma, in Healdsburg, Napa Valley, California. And I've already discussed about the Pacific Northwest already. But now let's switch gears to this one here so that we can talk about some stationary, wow. I did this last night. It is, yeah, you know what it's called, folks? It's a station model. Can't believe it. Like, I did this last night, and yet it didn't really come up at the top of my head. Unbelievable. Gonna need a drink real quick. Hold on. Okay. Ready. Let's start off in New England with winds. Let's see. God, just let me move some things. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at the wind barbs. Well, nothing much in northern part of Maine, though some sea breeze in areas of stagnant weather, though mostly it's quite clear. To prove my point, clear skies are there. That's white. 59, 59 degrees. The humidity is dew points at 36 going into northern New England. Just clouds are located in the southern part of New Hampshire. Wind-wise, not much has been happening in southern New England. You have winds that are coming on shore, and just a little bit of light and variable winds throughout Connecticut and Massachusetts, though cloud coverage is there, and dew point values are in 40s and 50s, though temperatures, for the most part, they're in the 60s. Back in the northern part of New England, you do have temperatures that are in the 50s to low 60s. In Maine, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s as well. In upstate New York and Pennsylvania, so let's see, we have upstate New York. You get very clear conditions throughout the north and eastern parts of upstate New York. In western New York, plenty of cloud coverage is there. The winds, for the most part, they're not as strong, but they're actually moving in a counterclockwise fashion, so you can see. Temperature-wise, they're in the 50s to low 60s in the western part of the state. Northern part, temperatures are in the 50s, though, except for one part here that's at 35 and 32 for the dew point value, though dew point is right around the 40s in western New York. Going downstate, the Catskills at 61 in Monticello with a dew point of 48. Pennsylvania, cloud coverage is present from places like Erie all the way to Philly. Wind-wise, it's not quite strong though, but it looks like as though it's more of a consensus where it's moving in that direction right here, as you can see, folks. Otherwise, it's going to be clear in the southwestern part of the state near Philly. Temperatures throughout Pennsylvania, they're in the 50s and 60s. Dew point values are in the 40s, but it gets very humid as you move to the east. And in New Jersey and the greater New York City area, especially in Long Island, you have plenty of cloud coverage all over the tri-state area. Winds, they're actually coming from southeast. Temperatures are in the 60s, but dew point values are a little higher, so that explains, why, it's quite wet out there. Wet out here, I should say, considering, this guy here. It's in the New York City area, so let's go down to the